Oh boy, here we go.
We will train you. How have we not done that one before?
I don't know.
So obvious.
Wow.
Hi everyone, welcome to Training Thursday for today, Thursday, April the 10th, 2025. I'm Jordan Bateman, Vice President Communications for the Independent Contractors and Businesses Association, the mighty ICBA, joined as always by
Kerry Vital, Manager Member Services for ICBA.
Vital by name, vital by nature, and Kerry, big day for us here in the Surrey office.
It was.
We went downstairs, about almost 30 of us today, and took part in a ceremony to rename a street after the great Larry Fisher.
Yes, we talked about it a bit last week on Training Thursday, but today was the actual ceremony. So it was really nice, some good speeches. President Chris Gardner had a lovely speech. We took a nice ICBA team photo. It did not rain. We were happy. Yes. I didn't realize that it was only a sign on one side. I thought it'd be on the other side too.
Well, you know,
Right.
Larry was a frugal guy. So
I suppose that's
let's not spring
true.
for two signs.
I suppose that's true.
The best line I heard was from actually Todd Comiskey, our
God.
COO, who said, "Yeah, I figured it was going to rain because Larry would want us to all get back to work."
He told me something similar. My personal favorite was, "Why is it in April? He doesn't care when we have it."
Yeah, it was pretty chilly out there.
We were a little cold. Definitely,
sure.
The entire contingent pretty much ended up in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right afterwards, holding our warm cups of coffee and tea.
But very cool. Also, Chris told the story about how Larry had a desk
My
hoisted to the
favorite
8th floor of this building.
Yeah.
When it was under construction, it was going to be our office. We bought it, and he wanted to get a photo op with Chris behind Chris's desk. And obviously no roof, no walls, nothing like that. What Chris didn't mention was the way that Larry positioned the desk and the photo to make sure that the Lark Group sign across the street was in perfect view in every photo.
I didn't realize that when I look into the photo. You're right.
That man was a marketing genius.
I love it.
So Larry Fisher, the world's not making more Larry Fishers, and that's it's a damn shame because he was a great guy. He was a great leader, great businessman. Yes, fantastic. I miss the days of coming into work early, 6:30 or 7, and looking up and already seeing his lights on the top floor because he's been in since 5.
I love it.
One story I didn't tell, but early on, when Phil Hoxton had just retired, Phil, Chris, and Larry were going to get together for lunch. Okay. And Chris is like, he double booked himself or triple booked himself.
Shocking news.
Chris is like, hey, listen, can you go to this meeting for me? Go for this lunch with me. Your job is to sit there, have a few laughs, and pay for the bill.
Okay,
I can do that. Hey, no problems.
Sounds easy.
As a BC history guy, and I knew Larry Fisher from his work in Free Enterprise, and obviously Phil Hoxton, an icon in advocacy and politics in BC. I was just tickle pink. The best thing was, at that time, Larry was probably 71, 72. Phil was a spry 65.
Indeed, yes.
Phil had recently retired, and Larry just could not believe Phil was such a quitter, such an effing lazy quitter. How could you? They'll take me out of that office in a box, he said. I'm going to work till the day I die.
And
he did. Pretty amazing guy.
Funny.
And I just remember laughing. I laughed and laughed and laughed through that whole dinner, lunch, thinking, they obviously loved each other, had massive respect for each other, and man, could they just tear a strip off one another. It was something to see. So that's a lunch that I will always treasure in my heart because that was a pretty cool thing. So
I love it.
Larry Fisher Way. If you come to our office, make sure you stop by and take a look at it. Okay. Feature course. What do you got?
Understanding the give and take of assertiveness.
Larry was assertive.
Right? I feel like this is a very appropriate course to be talking about. So you're going to enhance your interpersonal skills, strengthen workplace relationships by mastering the art of assertive communication. You can learn to navigate challenging situations with confidence, enabling more effective collaboration and decision-making in the construction industry. So we are doing this 3.5 hours, May the 8th, 8:30 to 12. Members get a discount on it, obviously, and you should definitely take a look at it. It is a new instructor for us, so we are testing this out and kind of see how it goes. But yeah, we've done assertiveness courses in the past. It is an important aspect of communication and just business relationships, so to speak. So yeah, we are bringing it back.
Yes, construction, not for the shrinking violets.
Nope.
Lots of big personalities. Lots of loud folks. Sometimes because they've had hearing loss, because they've worked on
Definitely
sites and
possible,
didn't have before ear protection was a thing. So sometimes it sounds louder than they actually mean to. This is a great course for those who maybe feel like they're coming across as too assertive, but also for those who are worried that they're not assertive enough. So there is definitely a balance and matching energies and stuff like that in conversations. So great course. Like Kerry said, one we've done before, and
3.5 hours.
We'll do again. So click the link below.
Exactly.
Or icba.ca/courses for all of our the whole enchilada.
Indeed.
By the way, so after the ceremony, the food trucks.
I saw that.
Food trucks.
Yep.
So I go down, and Jonathan and I go down. We went down a little early, like 11:35, 11:40.
Okay.
We wanted to beat the rush, the noon rush. And wouldn't you believe it? I'm there, and it's like she was tracking my phone. My 21-year-old daughter, Indiana, who's at school, at UBC School of Med, out of Surrey Memorial, learning midwifery.
Oh, there you go.
Shows up just at that perfect moment. It's like, oh, hi, Dad. I was just thinking of getting some lunch. So
interesting.
Daddy's plastic comes out.
I love it.
And bought her lunch. Good timing. I gotta quit letting her track my phone though, because I suspect she was watching, and then pounced as soon as she saw that I was in.
He's downstairs.
I was on Larry Fisher way.
Exactly. I love it.
So that's pretty fun. It's a family affair here.
It's all great.
For sure. Kerry, anything else exciting happening?
Not really.
You are starting to process members galore.
I was going to say, we have Meet the Generals coming up in June. If you are an ICBA member, you can get a free ticket to it June 26th. But you have to be an ICBA member to attend. And because of that, we have a lot of people joining as new members. So that has definitely been most of my life. This week has been processing new memberships, which welcome new members.
Yes.
You will have received an email from me on behalf of the member services team, welcoming you, giving you your certificate, etc. But yeah, you can join us at icba.ca. There is a join us link at the top. Please feel free to reach out to me eitherwise at memberservices@icba.ca, and I'm happy to chat about it, send you over to someone who's a better salesperson than I am, something to that effect. But yeah, that has been keeping me busy. We have our usual apprenticeships and all that lovely fun stuff. And next week I am going to the Skills Canada BC provincial competitions in Abbotsford. So we will be doing training Thursday on Tuesday, hint, because I will be out of the office on what I believe is your birthday.
Yes, I'll also be having a midlife crisis next week. Midlife, that might be flattering. I'm 49, so
you're fine. You can live to 100. My grandmother's 104, so.
I don't know. Do I look like I'm going to live to 100?
Totally.
That doesn't feel quite on brand for me. But 49 next week, it's a thing. It's just a number, but it's a big number, Kerry. It's a big number.
It's not 50, though. So.
It's not far off.
I know, but whatever.
It's not far off. So that'll be great. So tune in next week to see Jordan having his breakdown.
He's going to lose it next Tuesday.
He waxes nostalgic about the 1980s and 90s. You know, we watched A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan movie.
Yep.
Chalamet was great. It was fine, but the story didn't really work. It didn't tell enough of a story. But it was interesting. But it did occur to me as I was listening and to the songs, thinking to myself, you know, when I was 20 in the mid-90s, I thought these were like brilliant songs. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great they were. And they were 20, 25 years, like these great old songs. And now it is 25 years past then, 30 years past then. So really, it'd be like looking back at the Spice Girls and being like, man, those were bops.
God.
I again felt very old.
Well,
coming soon to a Friday roundup near you.
Love that. Oh, good. I look forward to tomorrow. So I recently learned that the Goo Goo Dolls song Iris, which was one of my personal favorites as a teenager, is 27 years old.
That can't be right.
Yeah, I saw it. It was on Instagram. 27 years old. It came out, so I am 40. It came out when I was 13. And that is a horrifying prospect because I absolutely love that song. And no, it did not come out 27 years ago. It came out like 10 years ago.
Yes. Losing
I was
My
wrong.
Religion, R.E.M., I had that same thing.
Right.
Because the satellite radio puts sometimes the date it came out.
Oh, God.
In like 1990? No.
Oh, God. No, that can't be right.
35 years old.
Yeah. No, that's the
Tune in next week for our midlife crises. And in the meantime, sign up for the course below on assertiveness. We will we'll continue to work to find the fountain of youth. And Time Machine to take us back to the 90s. we'll see you next week on Training Thursday.
Oh, God.